Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at the SPY, the IWM, the Qs, the DIA, and the IYT. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. So let's get right to the daily spider. 84 million on the day with some after hours action. So not bad volume, picked up a little bit, nothing crazy. But I want to show you the 10-minute chart that we follow for the intraday action, the 10 and the 60. Nice gap down, guys. Found support down in here. A little bit of a bottoming tail. Boom, get it back above the 20, hold on to that the rest of the day. At the very end, squeeze it out. Our shorts cover because they're just giving up because they thought it would possibly go lower. Instead, I'm not going to hold the weekend. I'll just take it off the table here. Almost made it the gap window. You have gap fill back up in here. Big point though, 243.20. We closed below it, so keep an eye on that next week. Daily chart. Daily chart, guys, we held the 20 MA up in the stance, 10 days sideways, bullish stance above the MAs, chopping around, guys. The same old story like a broken record. So volume was a little bit better today, but nice down and then right back up on support. We did not fill the gap down here, so watch for that. Again, things are fine, guys. Let's go to the weekly, though. That's what I wanted to see today. So the weekly busted through. I wanted to see more follow through. We did not get it again today, but we are up there at the top. We are above the MAs. We are going sideways, but we did pull back a little bit. Nothing wrong here, so just let's see if we keep going sideways in the next couple weeks. I'd have to go 5, 6, 7 weeks, a month and a half, 2 months. Then maybe this pattern will play out upside, downside. Downside if it fails. We're going downtown if that happens. But keep an eye on this, guys. Weekly chart not showing us much. Just closing a little bit lower than last week's. Let's see, close. So nothing wrong though. Still a bullish stance above the MAs. Nothing wrong. IWM. IWM on the weekly, a little bit weaker than the others, though, guys. We did get back below the 140.93. Remember that? That was the old all-time high, which was right here. Got back and closed below. We talked about watching this. I want to see a close above here on the weekly and keep this thing rolling. Couldn't make it. Pattern sideways, up. Sideways, if it fails, down. Or do we start to retrace back down? We'll know more next week. Let's look at the daily. Daily chart, same thing, guys. Came in, came back. Nice little pop yesterday. Came back in, popped again. They're trying to hold it. You're still inside this bar. Slightly bullish, going chop, 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 chop. And now down sideways, a little bit bearish. Kind of like here, down sideways. Remember that. Up, down, sideways. So let's keep an eye on this one. We still have trend lines down in here. Let's pull these out a little bit more. This one here too, great support in these areas, guys. So we'll keep your eye on this. This one close enough. So IWM volume was okay, but held up. Nothing wrong. Let's go to the weekly. Like I said, we're just going to wait for pattern and go from there. So IWM again above the moving averages on the bigger time frames. Let's see where we go next week. Qs. Qs on the weekly, the other hand, same stuff, guys. Straight up, came back, now we're going sideways. Remember, up, down, sideways is more bearish. Still above the MAs, which is bullish, but slightly bearish as we go into next week. We'll see what next week's close is going to show us, and then we'll take it from there. Kind of like here, everyone thought it was breaking out. Nice reversal and a little bit of follow through. A little bit lower for me to say, hey, this could be a full-on right to the 20 MA, but let's wait for pattern, see if we go sideways down. And then we'll take it from there. Daily chart, let's see what this shows us for Monday. Yeah, just weak. Remember, we talked about consolidating at the low end of this range here. Still slightly bullish above the 50 and the 200, but this thing's setting up for lower prices. It's going to have to actually start rolling up, guys. It's going to have to make another attempt to get above the 20, go back to the 250 retrace or the 750 retrace, and then take it from there. So right now, a little bit bearish, bullish stance above the 50 and the 20 or the 200. We get below the 50 and test these little pivots here. I think we're starting to go to gap fill, and possibly down here. Again, needs to pop up, go for the all-time highs, get above the 20, and make a move for the 150. If it doesn't, look for lower prices, guys. That's how this is going to work. So volume wasn't too bad. Markets were kind of quiet today. 24 up on the Dow, nothing crazy. Flat on the S&P, and then 13.75 on the NASDAQ. Russell was a little bit down, the Russell 2000 or the IWM 35 cents, which I showed you guys earlier. DIA. DIA, nothing wrong again, guys. It's 26 cents up. Volume pretty light again, but staying above this trend line, starting to go sideways. 20 MA curling up into price. Again, price areas 215, 220, 225, and then wherever this trend line is, 228 right now or so. Well, if it goes up, maybe right here. Yeah, about 228. I'd even go 230 even number. So watch for that. Again, if you're bearish, you need to get below the MAs, pivots. Pretty much the same story that I've been telling for the last 4 months, basically. Just chopping around, get these little pullbacks, and then you take it from there. Let's go with the IYT. IYT, same thing, guys. Got back above the trend line here, or clearly back above, and it did close right on top of this 750 retrace. So you couldn't ask about by a penny. So if I can adjust this a little bit, I could probably make it work. But my gosh, we're still above the trend line, which is good for this one. Let's put this one a little further again. And you have a trend line down here. So we're still up there, haven't broke out yet, still bullish pattern above the MAs with the moving averages here and all that stuff. So nothing wrong with the IYT other than it's lagging. That's the only thing, guys. But it's setting up to make a move up. So if this move up does not happen and it fails, bullish patterns fail, guys, this thing's going downtown. Probably easily go to 157, and then we'll take it from there. I think that 151 is a big gap fill. And you have to remember, November lows. So, all right, guys, that's going to be it for today. If you like these videos, go to my website, StockBookie.com, sign up. It's free. You'll get email alerts. You'll get trade ideas, some live streaming action, a little bit of education, and hopefully we can make some money here in these markets. All right, guys, thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.